There comes a point in every person's life when they realize that most of the noise around them and even within them is nothing but distraction, illusion, and self-created suffering. The Stoics understood this truth deeply. They knew that peace doesn't come from adding more, but from quietly removing what no longer serves you. In this world of constant comparison, attention-seeking, and fake connections, the real act of rebellion is silence and self-mastery. So let's talk about the 10 things you must quietly eliminate from your life if you truly want to live like a Stoic, strong, calm, and unshakable. Don't tell anyone about it, just do it and watch your life transform in ways words can't describe. The first thing you must eliminate is the need for external validation. This is the disease of our age, the hunger for approval. We scroll through social media chasing likes, waiting for someone to tell us we matter. But the Stoics taught, if you want to be loved, love yourself first. If you want to be respected, respect yourself through your actions. You can't build inner peace while you keep outsourcing your worth. Delete the addiction to being seen, quietly step back from the need to impress, and you'll find a freedom you never knew existed. The second thing to eliminate is toxic relationships. Not all connections are meant to last, and not everyone around you deserves a seat at your table. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you surround yourself with negativity, gossip, and drama, that poison seeps into your soul. The Stoic path demands that you guard your circle fiercely, not with anger or arrogance, but with quiet detachment. Stop trying to fix people who don't want to grow. Detach from those who drain your energy. You owe your loyalty to your peace of mind, not to chaos. The third thing to remove is the obsession with the past. Regret is one of the most subtle forms of self-torture. What's done is done. The Stoics reminded us that the past is beyond your control and only a fool fights battles that can't be changed. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." You must understand that every pain, every mistake, every heartbreak, they were your teachers. So stop replaying old memories that break your heart. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Let go quietly and walk forward with dignity. The fourth thing you must eliminate is comparison. Comparison kills joy. It blinds you to your own blessings and makes you chase shadows that don't belong to you. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." That's the beauty of Stoicism. It teaches you to walk your own path without needing applause. Everyone's timeline is different. Your success, your growth, your peace, they're all personal. Stop competing with others. Start competing with your yesterday. That's how a Stoic wins. The fifth thing to eliminate is complaining. Complaining is wasted energy disguised as expression. The Stoics didn't whine about their problems. They worked through them. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Every time you complain, you surrender that power. Shift your focus from blame to action, from noise to discipline, from frustration to calm acceptance. The sixth thing to eliminate is fear of judgment. Most people live in invisible prisons built from the opinions of others. But here's the Stoic truth. People will judge you no matter what you do. Some will hate you for being too quiet. Some will mock you for being too ambitious. Others will envy you for being too calm. So why live for them? Epictetus taught that freedom begins when you stop caring about things beyond your control, and opinions are always beyond your control. So move in silence, do what's right, and let others talk while you keep building. The seventh thing you must eliminate is the need for constant entertainment. We've become slaves to stimulation, endless scrolling, binge-watching, and distraction. But silence is sacred. A Stoic finds peace, not in chaos, but in stillness. You don't need to fill every quiet moment with noise. Learn to sit with your thoughts. Learn to be bored. That's where clarity lives. Marcus Aurelius spent his mornings reflecting before ruling an empire, not refreshing a feed. If he could find time to think, so can you. Detach from the addiction to amusement. Reconnect with your mind. The eighth thing to eliminate is negative self-talk. Your mind becomes what you repeatedly tell it. If you keep saying, "I'm not enough," your brain will find evidence to prove it. The Stoics believed that your perception creates your world. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." When you think poorly of yourself, you build mental chains that no one else can see. So replace that inner criticism with awareness. Don't say, "I'm worthless." Say, "I'm learning." Don't say, "I failed." Say, "I discovered what doesn't work." Your words shape your destiny. Speak like a warrior, not a victim. The ninth thing to eliminate is overthinking. Thinking deeply is wisdom, but thinking endlessly is torture. The Stoics believed in reason, but they also believed in restraint. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You don't need to analyze every event, every text, every word. Sometimes peace comes from saying, "It is what it is." Train your mind to let go of unnecessary loops. Act when needed, rest when done, and move on without attachment. That's real strength. And finally, the 10th thing you must eliminate is the illusion of control. You control nothing outside yourself, not people, not outcomes, not time. The Stoics divided life into two categories: what's within your control and what's not. Within your control are your thoughts, choices, and responses. Outside your control is everything else. Marcus Aurelius said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together." When you stop fighting what you can't control, you become untouchable, calm, centered, free. So eliminate these 10 things quietly. Don't announce your transformation. Just disappear into your discipline. Silently grow, silently heal, silently become unshakable. And when the world finally sees you again, they won't recognize who you've become, because you will have turned your pain into peace, your noise into power, and your chaos into calm. That's the Stoic way. That's how you rise, not loudly, but quietly. Not by seeking attention, but by mastering yourself. Remember, the strongest transformation is the one no one sees coming. Stay silent, stay grounded, stay stoic.